Bars of definition. You lied to us and you lied to me. You told us through tears that you weren't to blame, and you said that you were innocent, but when it came down to the truth, you left us full of shame. I left the space where I would see you walk down to your desk daily, but when it came out in the news, the URL was sent to me. A murder had happened south of Broadway on Carlton Street. Because you see, we were not just your co-workers, but your adopting family. I called you a brother on that day when they let you see me and that one other person that day, a person who felt like she may have been your mother because she cared more than your mother actually did. And when we went down to the remand and past the armored guards and past the metal scans that would catch any criminal stupid enough to try and break into the Department of Justice with a fucking gun or a knife. We sat on two hard plastic chairs sharing tears as we saw you there, blind, because they'd taken away your glasses when they put you on suicide watch. And that should have been the first sign that something wasn't right, because why would an innocent man want to commit suicide unless he was hiding something, unless he wasn't innocent? But then it wasn't too late, because at that time, you chose only to hide behind the gravity of your lies. Some of you have probably heard me tell this story before at a bar named after a hound, when I would have found myself drowned at the bottom of a pint, but that was before the truth fucking changed. It was before they came to find that your lies had run out of time, and when the truth came crashing down, in the form of newsprint, it was that day that we saw through the bars of definition that you, the murderer Maxwell Zavitz, had lied to your adopting family who had taken you in after your blood relatives left you behind. We saw your true colors, and we found out it was all a lie. You know, I noticed you kept calling me after the story got printed, but I came to find that I would simply ignore your call every time, and I hope you understand why. Because this, in addition to getting shipped out of the country, out of Headingley, you realized that hearing that voicemail was the only voice you were going to hear from me. Because Max, let's face it, they found you as a murderer to be guilty. This is the true cost of your lives, and this is your lifelong penalty.